Hello, everybody. Welcome back into another fun quiz. This time, I will be hosting, and November Rayne will be answering and hopefully passing.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
as usual, 6 out of 10 in order to make it past. But I will say there are 2 bonus questions.
Ooh.
I had 1 bonus question, but it's so tough that I actually just split it into 2. So let's move on and start this thing up. Question number 1. Which cave can Lapras be found in? And this is only in a Heart Gold Soul Silver, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Some may be Gold Silver, but same premise. HGSS.
Oh.
What cave can Lapras be found in? Dark Cave, Union Cave, Cerulean Cave, or Mount Silver Cave?
I don't remember. I feel like Mount Silver is Gen 4, no? Mount Silver is like Gen 4?
These are all Gen 2.
Okay.
You can find them all in the game. And there are only 4 caves.
Yeah.
So this was...
I know, you can only find it on Thursdays or something like that.
Yes.
Frick.
It's either Thursday or Friday, I think in the afternoon or something. Something insane.
I'm going to say Silver. Mount Silver.
Union Cave. 0 for 1 to start. We're going to try to keep track for once. All right, number 2. Which device could you connect to the games and walk around with in the real world?
Oh my goodness.
The Pokeball Plus, the Pokewalker, the Pika Walker, or the Pika Plus?
The Pika Walker. That's the Pokewalker.
Correct.
Yeah, the Pokeball Plus, that was for Let's Go, right?
Or it's either that or Pokemon Go. One of the goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
Thought I might trip you up there.
Nope.
1 for 2. Number 3. What items do you give Kurt in order to make the special Pokeballs? Apricorns, apricots, nuggets, or pearl strings?
So I know I call these things apricots all the time, but I know they're apricorns.
Correct. That is exactly the reason I put apricots in there.
I always call them apricots, but I know they're apricorns.
Apricots are real. All right, number 4. Who gives you a starter Pokemon from Kanto in Pallet Town? Steven Stone, Professor Elm, Professor Oak, or Cynthia?
Cynthia. In Pallet Town? I mean, I feel like it's got to be Oak, but I know you. And you would try to trick me. I'm going to say it's Elm. Elm, for some reason, is there in Pallet Town.
It is Professor Oak in Pallet Town.
Obvious.
That is where he lives. Actually, I don't know where he lives. He just works in Pallet Town.
No, he lives there.
Does he?
He lives in the upstairs of the...
Oh, good for him. Number 5. Who gives you starter Pokemon from Hoenn in Saffron City? Steven Stone, Professor Elm, Professor Oak, or Cynthia?
Who is Steven Stone?
He is the champion in the Gen 3 games.
Okay. He's the guy he's got silver hair?
Yeah, he's got the Metagross.
I've never played through a Gen 3 game. But I'm gonna in Saffron? I'm gonna say it's Steven.
You are correct.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah, I thought this one might trip you up. You got to finish that, by the way.
Yep.
All right, number 6. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which event is held at the National Park? The Pokemon Contest, the Bargain Shop opens, the SS Aqua departs, or a bug catching contest?
It's the bug catching contest.
Correct.
I hated that because I could never get a good Pokemon. I would always lose.
Hey, fun fact. These number 2 and 3 actually are things that are different day things in Heart Gold Soul Silver. There's a bargain shop at the basement of Goldenrod, and then the SS Aqua departs from somewhere.
Wow.
I don't know where. Vermilion, maybe?
That's cool.
I'm not sure. But yeah, only certain days of the week. So that was fun. All right, and I already lost track of how many points you have, so we're going to tally you up at the end.
I'm winning.
Number 7. Which Gen 2 Pokemon, excluding legendaries and starters, can you only encounter once throughout the game? Sudowoodo, Shuckle, Wobbuffet, or Dunsparce?
Easy Sudowoodo. You can only get the one that you pour water on.
I thought that would be a little trickier.
Nope.
Not
for the shiny hunter.
But some of these other ones have less than a 5% chance of encountering them. I think all of them do. Except Shuckle, maybe. Number 8. In the Dragon's Den of Blackthorn City, you and your rival can eventually challenge which 2 trainers to a battle? Professor Oak and Professor Elm, Lance and Claire, Red and Blue, or Archie and Maxie. And if you don't know who those last 2 are, they are from Gen 3.
I know who those 2 are. I know that those are the leaders of the bad guys.
Good job.
But not the obvious leader, Mikey. from Team Sky.
Team Sky.
The Dragon's Den. That makes me think that it's Lance and Claire because they're dragons. I'm gonna say it's Lance and Claire because.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job.
I would have beat the hell out of Elm if I could have. Man, I'd beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, he does that. Just have a punchable face, doesn't he?
I hate Professor Elm.
All right, number 9. Which Pokemon does Bill give you in Goldenrod City? Pikachu, Eevee, Porygon, or Kabuto?
That's Eevee.
Why do you just know some of these things? That's crazy.
I'm autistic.
Yeah, fair. Yep.
And these are my favorite Pokemon games.
Well, then you would have gotten them all right. Am I right? Number 10. Mr. Pokemon eventually gives you an orb. What does it do? Does it summon Kyogre and Groudon? Summon Rayquaza? Summon Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos? Or summon Regigigas?
So, it summons Kyogre or Groudon based on the game that you play, and when you want to get Rayquaza, you need to have both of them in your team and then go to the same spot that you caught the original one from.
Imagine I have that entire thing written out. Yes, correct. I think you've passed this quiz.
Woo!
Congratulations. But can you get the bonus?
Probably not.
Where can you find a Shining Leaf? Your following Pokemon? The Pokeathlon Dome? The Game Corner? Or inside of Toho Falls?
This is going to be so crazy. You're going to have your mind blown that I know the answer to this. It is your following Pokemon in a very specific grass on your way to Lake of Rage.
Correct. Bonus. If you bring Lyra 5 Shining Leaves, what will she make you?
Interesting.
A Shiny Leaf necklace, a Shiny Leaf crown. Heavy is the crown! Heavy is the crown! Shiny Leaf bracelet or Shiny Leaf shoes?
You see, this one I don't know because I didn't know that you could do stuff with the leaves.
And that's why I made it in 2 separate questions.
I'm going to say it's the crown.
Heavy is the crown!
Let's go!
Very well done.
Dang, I got what? One wrong?
1 or 2 maybe.
1 or 2?
Very well done. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You've passed the quiz. You can continue to live here.
Oh, thank God.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in once again, as always. Until the next time, have a great one.